The anger within me. Once a monk who lived in a monastery with other monks decided to meditate alone away from his monastery. There was a lake nearby where not many people would visit. He decided to go to that lake to meditate. When he reached the lake, there was no one else. He took a boat out to the middle of the lake. When he reached the middle, he moored it there. And there he sat with his eyes closed and began his meditation. After a few hours of undisturbed silence, he suddenly felt a bump of another boat colliding with his boat. The monk got disturbed but still kept his eyes closed. Again, he felt another bump. With his eyes closed, he sensed his anger rising but still kept his eyes closed and stayed silent. After a while, he felt the bump again, and by this time, he was ready to scream at the boatman who dared to disturb his meditation. He couldn't control himself anymore, so he opened his eyes and looked toward the other boat near his, ready to scream and rage, but to his surprise, it was an empty boat that had probably got untethered and floated to the middle of the lake. As soon as the monk saw this, he achieved self-realization and understood that anger was within him, and it merely needed the bump of an external object to provoke it out of him. From then on, whenever the monk would come across someone who irritates him or try to provoke him to anger, he would remind himself, the other person is merely an empty boat. The anger is within me.